I have selected myself a set of colors here, spot colors from the color guide, and they're based off of this donut picture, and I'm going to apply those as a series of outlines to this donutty type on the bottom of my document and create some artwork that would work on a t-shirt, for example, something that isn't CMYK. It's printed only with spot colors. So I'm going to turn off my photo so I don't look at that, and I'm going to look at my type. This type is a envelope distort of some regular type, so that means it's being manipulated by the geometry of the envelope distort thing. So I'm going to start by kind of blowing this thing up. I'm going to go in here to expand, and that expands my object and my fill. And now if I look at the outline view, it's not type anymore, and it's not an envelope anymore. It's a bunch of shapes, just plain old vector shapes, and that's what I want. So I will take those and start applying some effects to those. So we'll go back here to, let's see, preview, right there. And then we want to use our appearance. So what I can do with appearance is I can go in here and I can add fills and I can add strokes. So I'm going to add a new stroke to this, and it's giving me right now black stroke. I'm going to use, I think I will use this green color, and actually I think I will use my darker maroon color. And as I add stroke to that, you can see it builds on the letter form. I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see what's going on close up with the lettering. And what you'll see is that as the stroke increases, it covers up the original letter form, which isn't really what I want to do. I want to keep the original letter form also, but that's a big hefty stroke there. What I'll do next is I will just go here and add a new fill, and the new fill color I will make this green color. So now here's the original letter form as the new fill that sits atop that stroke I just built, and then I will make one more stroke here, add new stroke. So on this one down here, same as the old one, I will increase the size of that, and I will go to the blue color. And so here we have a three-part lettering with the green inside, the maroon, and the pale blue. So that gives me the three sets of outlines. If I go to outline again, you'll see that it's still just outlines. All of these effects in the appearance panel are temporary. I can turn them on and off, and they aren't really there as far as making separations that I can manipulate. I could print out some separations and get these colors, but what I want to do is get a little more control over it. So what I'll do with this is making sure this whole group is selected. In fact, I will zoom out here. So here's the group is selected. Go back up to object. I can say expand appearance, which means this appearance set of outlines and things is going to be expanded. And then I'm going to expand that one more time back into fills and strokes. And now if we look at the outline view, you'll see that we have a series of shape after shape after shape after shape built off of all of those strokes that I built, which is kind of fun in itself. So here's what the type looks like, and right now it's all one big group. So I'm going to ungroup this, and these operations I did probably put a whole bunch of groupings in there, so I'm going to just keep going until I run out of groups. I'm going to go in here and choose this color. Let's see, I should be able to choose any one of these pieces and move it around. So these are all discrete pieces of shape and they're laying over one another. So what I can do with this is, first I'll select this, and before I start selecting individual pieces, I'm going to use the Pathfinder over here, and I'm going to use the divide to divide everything up into individual pieces. I'll do one more ungroup on it, and there, now I have all these individual little pieces that sit over the top of each other, and the overlapping effect is gone because they've knocked out each other underneath the colors that show. So this presents a very exciting opportunity. We can go into my select control. I can go to same fill color and fill or select all of these same things filled with the green. I'll use the Pathfinder once more and use the Unite to make one great big shape of green. Undo that. I'll select my maroon colors, do the same thing here. So we go to select, same fill color. All of those are selected. We unite those. Now we have the pale blue, and we'll do the same thing. Select the same fill color and make that into one. And this gives us the parts that I could use to continue on and make myself some sort of a spot color print job out of this. Undo, undo, back together, zoom out. So here I have this exciting outline type. It hasn't been really fine-tuned for silkscreen yet, but this is pretty darn close. This is 3 spot colors ready to print out. And if I looked at my let's see, not my view, but my separations preview. Separations preview will show me, if I turn on overprint preview, first thing I like to do is I'll turn off the colors that I think are there, and lo and behold, good news, the CMYK doesn't have anything showing up, so I don't want to fall into the trap of forgetting that there's a CMYK tint build in there that I didn't notice. So here are the colors. There's the 3 separations. So this is the great way to check and see if you've got all the parts the way you like them. And this is completing this phase. We have a set of spot color separations built.